This is ITV News at 10 with Mark Austin and Julie Etchingham.
Good evening, paedophiles.
Good evening, paedophiles. I am Ross Tweddell from that there Hold and Give. And the Cultaholic. Up the Cultaholic, but welcome, if everything's working correctly, to this Arse Tot. Hashtag Arse Tot, as it says on social media today. Arsenal versus Tottenham at the Emirates. How's everybody doing? I see the regulars are coming in by the twos. 22 to be precise. Hello, Emmett, Jamie, Ben, Lemon, Seamus. Who else is there? Ty. How's everybody doing? I can see Alan Smith and a lady on the field. I apologise for not knowing who the lady is, but there we go. 15 or so minutes till kickoff. Maybe just a bit longer. I've gone a little bit early, haven't I? It's only 44 minutes past. Jesus. Up the arse tot indeed, Lemon Seamus. How's everybody doing this afternoon? Aaron Ramsdale's career is over. That's what I've learned this afternoon. Mikel Arteta, I'm going to try and get these headphones away. Mikel Arteta is full of bollocks, so he is. Oh, we've got 2 goalkeepers to rotate, so we have. Bollocks. You've got one first choice, and you've changed that first choice very, very, very early into a season. Hello, good morning. Oh, good morning, Big Bill. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day as well. I'm not too bad. Just a bit tired. I don't know what's going on. Had the Hello Fresh delivered for the second week I'm on now. It's a fantastic thing. Never eaten like it in my life. Healthy and tasty. Just got to have an hour or so to get, everything ready. Even the ones that they tell you take like 15 or 20 minutes to make. Still takes us an hour here because we're not very good at the cooking. Ross, I've had a busy day. Here he comes. Emmett is steaming in with a one-liner. I almost invested in a distillery, but I backed out at the last minute. It was too much of a whiskey business for me. Nearly swore there. Get in there, Emmett. We're back on track. I remember the other day it was a bit ropey, but there we go. You're back on track. Todd Bowley Googling Aaron Ramsdale. That's what I would do. I was saying this on the Hold and Give football podcast the other day. If I was Chelsea, I think Aaron Ramsdale is an upgrade on Robert Sanchez in every respect in terms of the modern day goalkeeper, so I'd be straight in there like swimwear. I realise I'm a bit low. I've got this little thingy in the bottom corner which is a bit too big. Where are we? We'll edit this thing. I know what I'm doing now. We're a professional streamer. There is a link if you want to support this Ballocks. This Michael Ballocks. You don't have to. It's just there if you want to use it. It's also as a pinned comment in the chat if you can't be asked to copy and paste and type out by yourself. But it's there if you want to use it. Roast chicken dinner had now. Time for some football. Up the socks, the waving cat. How we doing this afternoon? Chris Council. First things first, predictions. There's something in me lines. I picked James Maddison for me fantasy team this week, even though he is away at the Emirates, as we can all see, because we're watching Spurs versus Arsenal. I reckon Spurs will win, I reckon it'll be 2-4 to Tottenham. I don't think it'll be 2-4. 1-2 to Tottenham. Chris Council put 2-1 Spurs on. That's what I'm going to say. Bollocks are out. Arsenal now may win 3 or 4-0. Now I've said that, but I'm going to go for a Spurs 2-1 victory at the Emirates. Their second win at the Emirates ever, I think. I think they've only won 1. I can't remember that far back. Anyway, Brennan Johnson gets a start for Arsenal. For Arsenal, I bet he wishes. For Spurs, he gets a start for Spurs. Could be a Desmond 2 do it good. It could be. Chris Council, who do you bet with? That's what I want to know. Just in case you're unaware, your story is uploading. Always allow. Why is it taking so long to upload my story to the gram? Gotta get the people in. Alex Mumby saying 3-1 Spurs. Jerry McKenna saying 2-0 Spurs. I've got a feeling for me Spurs today, I don't know what it is. Very impressed by Ange. There is an argument to be made that outside of Man United, they haven't really played anybody yet. There is an argument to say that. But they did twat all over Man United, so they did beat a somebody team, even though that team wasn't in very good form at the time and still aren't, many would say. Hello, Glenn won't be around for the match unfortunately. I was going to try and find a stream for the Chelsea game. That's no problem. Matt McKnight, how you doing, pal? How you doing, pal? Spurs win by a goal up the Ross. I reckon Spurs win. I nearly said by 2 goals, but I'm going to change my official opinion for Chris Council's betting purposes to Arsenal 1, Spurs 2. And doggy to get the first one. So we've got Maddison anytime, 2-1 for Spurs is 40-1. That seems quite short. That this is Arsenal, who are still, right up there at the top of the table, aren't they? They're still touching distance to Manchester City. And of course, Alex Mumby in there with the reminder, stop when the fun stops. 1 bet is fine. 3 bets is fine. Any more, stop. That's my advice. I don't really bet anymore. I wasted like 20 quid when Newcastle played Man City a couple of weeks ago, a month or 2 ago, whenever it was at the start of the season. Time's a mystery to me these days, but I was spunked 20 quid up the wall there, haven't bet since. TSSLV says Arsenal 3-1, but I'd love to be wrong. Why would you love to be wrong? Who do you support, TSSLV? Who do you support in the chat as well? Let me know. We've got just over 40 people watching. How you doing? Come on in. All that bollocks. Yes, this is going to be... Well, we've had a good week on the Hold and Give, so we have. It's the start of the more regular content stream, the stream of content. I'm going to change the Fantasy Football Day back to a Tuesday because the views on the Thursday one absolutely tanked, so they did. So we'll go back to a Tuesday. That me and Kayla taking each other on in Fantasy Football Warfare. Then we've got the Fun Club on a Friday, the podcast on a Wednesday, a FIFA stream on a Sunday, which is coming up later today. 9 p.m. BST for the final poll stream. I'm undecided what to do for that one because it is the final one. Do I sim all the way up until, the final few games of the season? Or do I do it sporadically and dip in and out and have a little odd game every couple of months so I get to the end of the season and see if we get promoted? Find out in the chat later. I'll let the chat on that stream decide. Socks the Waving Cat is correct. Ross drops a player from FPL and he scores a goal and gets man of the match. I gave up on Bruno Fernandes this week and look what happened last night. I hate my life when it comes to fantasy football, especially this season, because it was always going to happen. You start making content on it. I'm always solid at fantasy football. I never win the league. I'm always 4th, 5th, 6th, somewhere like that. Touching distance to the top. But this season, it's all gone wrong. I think I'm still bottom of the Cultaholic League. Let me have a little check after yesterday. It's depressing stuff, so it is. I'm on the average points. I'm on 23 again. It's been another crap week, but I've moved up a spot. Ha! Jack Atkins is now bottom. Saving me bacon. It's a wonderful advert for Hold and Give that the bottom 3 in the Cultaholic Office League is Jack Atkins bottom. I'm second bottom. Owen Mawson's third bottom. Kayla's fourth bottom. Joel is 7th out of 13. Dan Heppel, I think, is now top. He is. Mulholland Drive, his team is called, and he's now top. It's a fair play to Dan. He's nearing in 100 points ahead of me already. This early in the season, I'm on 285 altogether. Top of our league is 384. How many FPL points are you on? TSSLV is a Man United fan. I don't know why I'm laughing. Newcastle haven't exactly been flying this season. Any Arsenal or Spurs players in the FPL side? I believe I do have Saka at the very least. I've got Saka and Maddison, of course. I brought in Maddison this week. So far, I've got Onana on 7. Then I've still got Botman, Trippier and Estepinian to play in the defence. Diaby still to play in midfield. Eze got me 3. Saka, Maddison and Sterling still to play. Haaland and Alvarez up front. Alvarez only got me 1. So disappointing. I've got Leno on me bench who got 10. Onana only got me 7, as I said there. So I'm crap at fantasy football. I'm awful. Emmett says 14-1 on Ladbrokes for Tottenham to win 2-1. Free £2 bet. Don't mind if I do. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Hello, Trey. Up at 8 o'clock in the morning for this. Must be over in the Americas. Up the Americas. Friday Fun Club was great this week. Thank you. I'm just going back up the chat. Thank you very much, Emmett. If you want to go and look at it before the match starts, I think you've got just about enough time. If you put it on 1.5 the speed, I don't know. You might want to listen to it instead of the match. I don't know who's on commentary for this one, but I don't think it'll be Big Clive. Big Clive Tildesley, will it? Be in the early game, then we have somebody else on. But yeah, we did guess the AI-generated Disney character, but it's a footballer. Guess the footballer based off the AI-generated Disney character. It's a thrilling conclusion. Because let me tell you, if you watch the video, Owen Mawson was beating me hands down. And then we have a little wager towards the end of the video. And then it all kicks off. It all kicked off, so it did. We do have a Sporkle quiz for half-time. One that will... it's got a 10-minute timer on. There's 15 different questions. We're going to go General Premier League this time. It's basically a game of true or false on Sporkle. I thought it was quite interesting. Just a little teaser. The first one on there is Alan Shearer's first and last international goals were both penalties. Is it true or is it false? We'll find out at half-time. Did I say Clive Anderson? Whose line is it anyway? Alex Mumby, do you mean Chilwell is on the bench in real life or Chilwell is on the bench on my FPL? Because he is on the bench in my FPL team. Owen was done up like a kipper. Owen didn't have to accept the wager at the end. I only merely, floated it out there. Dan, as host, could have said, no, Ross, you've lost. Take your flickings on the ear like a good boy without making it pervy. Am I the only one who got Solly March instantly? Pff, I had a nightmare with that one. Absolute nightmare. Didn't guess the Brighton at all because I think it was Prince Charming, wasn't it? Because of the brown on there. So yeah, no spoilers in the chat just in case people haven't seen it. Let me know how many you get if you do watch the video. And let me know if you're on Owen's side. I don't think you should be on Owen's side. He didn't have to take the bet. He took the bet. He's a betting man. And it bit him on the arse. He's on the bench in real life. That's happy news for me if Ben Chilwell's on the bench in real life. Because as I said, Botman, Trippier, Estepinian. Purvis better be back today. Like, where was he at last week? I never Googled this. Purvis, Estepinian. News. Oh, you rested him. Did De Zerbi. Wow. Well, it says De Zerbi could rest Estepinian for last Saturday's game against Manchester United. Because he had an Ecuadorian game, that's why. That makes sense. He should be back today then. Up the Purvis. But yeah, I've got 2 injuries on my bench. I've got Bulldog, who's just there because he's very cheap and he plays every week for Sheffield United. He's apparently got a knock. And then Evan Ferguson's apparently got a knock as well. Arsenal fans filming in their own home stadium. It's pathetic. There's a man in the crowd who should be getting a red card for putting his hands up around the throat of a man wearing a hat backwards. Teams are in the tunnel. What was the rest of the Spurs team? I've not even looked at it yet. Oh, it'll come on the TV in a second. Spurs are second top. 5 behind Man City, but with a game in hand. Arsenal, same amount of points, same games played. 3 less on the old goal differentials. God, I hope Newcastle win later. It's a big call to drop Lamptey after last week's performance. I wouldn't have changed that team. They're clearly flying. Good afternoon, Kyle Thompson. Thank you very much. This is it. Get used to this stream and malarkey. 1 Premier League game, 1 Champions League game a week. That's the aim. 1 fun club on a Friday, 1 podcast on a Wednesday, 1 FPL warfare on a Tuesday. Hopefully the regular content will see this thing grow. If it doesn't, we'll carry on till the end of the season and knock it on the head. The teams are out. We'll get the scoreboard ready. Bosh. Webosh. Lebosh. Peter Drury is on this game. Hallelujah. Looks like a raucous atmosphere at the old Emirates. Pape Sarr there. It's a tall ball boy. Aaron Ramsdale must be thinking, what is going on? My manager publicly last week said I've got 2 number 1s. And since he said that, he started no games out of 3. Everton away last week, Champions League PSV midweek, and now North London Derby. Derby. David Raya is the number 1 for Arsenal until he's not. Good afternoon. Oh, God. The Phil de Legend. Phil de Legend. My God. I've got my glasses on. Can't really see what's going on. Alex Luchador, good evening. Don't overwork yourself. Don't worry about it. This isn't work. Just sitting watching the football. I'll be doing it anyway. In fact, I'm being more healthy because I might go down the poop, wouldn't I? Have a few pints. Not having the pints here. I've got this fantastic confectionery from the old Aldi. Look at that. It's top tier. It's almost spot on for a Fanta Lemon. Almost. And I'll take that. Considering it's like £1.60 for 6 cans. We're saving money in this economy. Oh, for me foot. Vicario looks a decent goalkeeper, doesn't he? Pedro Porro, Romero, Mickey van de Ven, and Udoggy. Udoggy's another one who's going to get in the in the fantasy team soon, I think. Pape Sarr and Basuma in midfield. Indeed, I agree with Socks the Waving Cap there. Like spike for the kickoff. Let's try and get to 50 likes. We've got Kulusevski, Madison and Johnson playing in behind Son. Wow, what a start that is. The first time Harry Kane's not been in this fixture since Emmanuel Adebayor started for Spurs 9 years ago. Oh, I tell you what, in terms of pre-match songs, I'm not a fan of this Arsenal one. Dreary, innit? No Sunday. God, sounded asleep, wouldn't it? Andrew's got a suit on. Looks like he's been to a funeral. Hopefully it's not the funeral for Spurs here today at the Emirates. Let's see if the clock will work on command. It has done this week so far. Will you guys need someone on the ground to cover elimination Sean Bay in Perth? Up the Perth? I don't know. Don't know what the plans are for the content then. I imagine it'll be the same old, same old. Andrew's a broad-shouldered man. Can't disagree with that. He's a good man, though. I like Ange Postecoglou. I would like to see him manage Newcastle. Right, let's see if the clock's going to work with us today. What's he talking about? The Dash and the Devils? We're off. The clock's away. Let's go. So, just in case you want to get timed up with me there, that's what I'm looking at right now. It's maybe a second ahead. Let's quickly... Wabash. Wabash. There you go. It's still ahead. There we go. Now we're in time. Off the ball incident already involving Pape Sarr. Didn't we see what happened in the off-the-ball thing? Thranthony is here. Arriba los Pumas del... I can't even see because of the stupid love heart in the bottom corner of the chat. Whatever that last word is. Fantastic. Did I see United versus Burnley last night? I saw a bit of it. I saw the second half, I think it was, towards the end. Can't remember. I think it was. Yes, it was. Didn't see the goal live. Of course, it had to be Bruno Fernandes after I took him out of the fantasy team this week. But, you know, I've come to expect this sort of thing. Because that's how I roll. The ref in the Liverpool game is getting rewired on the pitch. They need to just take things back 20 years with these referees. They're doing my head in this season. VAR hasn't fixed anything. All we talk about every Monday is referees doing things weirdly. Like the discussion this week will all be about that Luton penalty from yesterday. Spurs are playing dangerously round the back here. What are they doing? Arsenal with a high press. Apparently I'm a minute behind according to Alex Mumby, so be careful with the spoilers in the chat. I don't know why this happens up here in Newcastle upon Tyne, but there we go. Go on then, Madison. Get me some points. Out wide. Brennan Johnson. Blocked. Over the Denver. It's a corner. But yeah, all we'll be talking about on Monday and Tuesday and on the Hold and Give Football podcast on Wednesday is that stupid handball that gave Luton a penalty in a draw against Wolves. Gary O'Neill literally listing the rule, saying that if the ball deflects off a body part of a player and then hits the arm of that same player, it can't be a pen. But the ref gives it a pen. Fantastic. Don't know what they're doing, do they? Haven't got a bloody clue. Here we go, Madison. Get me an assist from the corner. No. Ooh! Son's offside there, surely. Woof! No doubt they'll look at this and make up a rule to make it onside. That's what the referees do. Any old bollocks. No, he's well offside. He's in a different postcode. The handball for the pennant Dortmund PSG was ridiculous too. I've only seen the Hakimi goal from that game. I should probably watch more of my team's rivals' games, shouldn't I? Just in case you don't know, PSG and Dortmund in Newcastle's group for the Champions League. 4 Premier League games have kicked off right now. Who were the other games apart from Dem Reds? Dem Reds from Liverpool. Back. PL. So yeah, Brighton Bournemouth has kicked off. Did Purvis start? I hope Purvis started. Lineups. Purvis is in there. Up the Purvis. Evan Ferguson started as well. God, the FPL app lied. Solly March is on the bench, which is heartbreaking for a lot of people I know. As is Lamptey. My God. But Evan Ferguson was apparently carrying a knock according to the app. Chelsea's team was in that one. Yeah, no Chilwell. Sterling's in though, which is good news for me if he does anything this week. Watch Jackson bag a hat-trick today, by the way. Nailed on. I took him out my fantasy team this week. Swapped him for Julian Alvarez of Man City. Alvarez got me 1 point yesterday. Jackson will score a hat-trick against Villa. No doubt about it. It's fantastic how all those games are on today, and then the one they've picked for half 4 is maybe the worst one. Newcastle versus Sheffield United. The red and white wizards. Red and white wizards. Arsenal knocking it about. Zinchenko playing that weird full-back central midfield role that everyone has to do these days. Oh, Odegaard. No. Couple of back heels. Only one came off. Spurs on the counter. Johnson. Meep, meep. Oh, he's running straight out. What a tit. Ross, FMK, Eddie Howe, Jason Tyndall, Graham Jones. Kill Graham Jones. He seems a bit... There's something not right about Graham Jones. I know there was a... Maybe it was a Hold and Give podcast thing, but there was a Luton fan said on a chat somewhere that he was... Because he was Luton manager for a bit. And he didn't have very complimentary things to say about him either. Say about him either. I've not been drinking, honestly. And then I would have a one-night romp with Jason Tyndall. Seems like that sort of guy, doesn't he? And then have a nice stable home life with Eddie Howe, where the most exciting thing would do is walk the dog along the beach. Eddie Howe doesn't have an exciting life, apart from being a football manager. Oof. Pedro Porro steps on the ankle there of Gabriel Jesus. Good to see Jesus wearing some black boots. Don't see that enough these days, do you? Up the black boots. Have you seen the the Newcastle documentary on Amazon? Yes, I have. Didn't really get much out of it, to be fair, did we? It was just funny how it all happened with someone at Amazon spoiling the big ending for the series a couple of weeks before it actually happened. Presumably would have lost their job. But, aye. I do like Amanda Staveley, though, as a lady. She's like your mum, isn't she, cheering on at the football? Even though she must be only in her early to mid-40s, maybe? How old's Amanda Staveley? But she seems like a nice lady. Oh, she's 50. Fair enough. Seems like a nice lady. Eddie Howe famously loved Christmas carolers. I did see that little video from his Bournemouth days. Was it his Bournemouth days or Burnley days? Bournemouth, I think. Ødegaard now has a free kick in a dangerous position. Got 3 Arsenal players offside. Spurs holding that line. Holden. Rob Holden. Holding the line on the 18-yard box. Should be dealt with. Is dealt with. No, it's not. Saka wants a corner. Doesn't get one off you, doggy. Basuma is a cracking midfielder. I agree with Ahmed there. Now, Jamie McKenna, I thought that as well. Like, when she grabs people and... what was she saying to them? I forget how she addresses everybody. It was love a lot of times, which is, some people do that, don't they? But when she grabs people by the face, I think that's a bit much. That's a bit off. When she sat there in her seat at the ground, cheering like a mam on a Sunday morning. Down the local field watching some Sunday League. That's what I'm referencing in. We also have a nice lady running Bolton these days. No idea who that is. Who is the nice lady running Bolton these days? Vernon Kay from Bolton. A pretty uneventful first 10 apart from that disallowed Son goal, which was clearly offside. Spurs are playing a bit dangerously around the back. Hope that doesn't bite them in the arse. I say that as if I'm a Spurs fan today. I'm not really arsed who wins. That's gone straight down the middle from Vicario. Arsenal's number 1, David Raya, picks it up. Vieira back in the team. Fouled. Kulusevski's humped him to the floor. I'm intrigued to see more of this Vieira fella, because he came with a big reputation, didn't he, from Porto, and hasn't really done much. Maybe he's one of those players who's taken like a year to bed in, learn the language, find a house, all that sort of stuff. Sharon Britton. She sounds like she would own Bolton. Sharon Britton. That reminds me of Phil Garthside. Phil Garthside, when he owned Bolton, he was like, he could own no other team. Maybe, not Burnley. Maybe Huddersfield. You can't own Bolton then go to Burnley, unless you're sort of related to Owen Coyle or something like that. But Phil Garthside was Bolton through and through. He couldn't own anybody else. Just that feeling you have about Bolton when you're not from Bolton, I guess. Used to hate when Newcastle went to Bolton. Ugh. Very rare we got a point there. Ball's mainly been around Spurs' box. That's because they're knocking it around, playing danger ball. It's like a game of danger wank, but with a football, in the middle of a football game. They're doing it again. Arsenal with a high press. Ødegaard's now the highest man up the pitch for them. That's how high they're pushing. Remember Vincent Tan when he owned Cardiff in the Premier League? What an entertaining time. I think that annoyed every football fan, didn't it, when he changed the colour of the kit? What an arsehole. Who does he think he is? All the heritage and history. The Anja ball. I can see the pun there, Lemon Seamus. Much appreciated. Up the puns. I have ad block disabled for hold and give. Everybody should do the same. And for Cultaholic as well. Could you imagine having ad block on? Could you imagine if I used ad block? Making a living this way. Not giving anybody else a penny. All take, no give. Welcome to Take and Give. Nah, you gotta have the ad block turned off. All these creators working hard. Not me sat here now. This is fine. This isn't work. I'd be doing this anyway. Saka's on the attack now in the box. You doggy's done well. Back stick. Oh, what a save by Vicario. God, that pitch looks dry. Do you see the spin on that ball? It was like Warney baby coming in with a spin. Yes, shine. Brennan Johnson now. Oh, he's gone. He's bought a foul. Ben White, you tit. Jay McKenna about Vincent Tan. Turn the kit badge. Seats red. Bell end. Amen. That is a good save from Vicario, like. That might be the most overdue transfer of all time, that Spurs getting a goalkeeper. Christ almighty me, Hugo Lloris dropped off big time, didn't he? Past couple of years. Where's he at now? Who's picked up Hugo? Oh, he's still at Spurs. Fair enough. Doesn't get a look in at all, though. What's happened here? You doggy getting the yellow card. Saka's on the deck. Whoa, someone's getting handsy. Woof. It's like a double foul, isn't it? Basuma gets... Well, not quite Odegaard. I thought he was going down, but he stayed on his feet. Are these rumours true? Has anyone else seen this? That Arsenal's got this dog at the training ground called Win to put the players in a nice mindset, a nice mood when they arrive for work in the morning. Has Arteta got a second dog so Win has something to compete with? I read that somewhere the other day and I didn't want to believe it, but I can also believe it. Because as we saw by Arsenal's Amazon documentary, Arteta is cracked. I imagine Arsenal's going to target you, doggy, now, who's made a horrible back pass. Oh. He had to pull that back, surely, Nketiah. Angle is way too narrow there. But Arsenal's going to throw everything at you, doggy, now, aren't they? Ooh, doggy. Look at Vieira there. Feel a bit bad for Eddie Nketiah. Underrated man. I guess he's in the England squad now, isn't he? Get out. Thank you, Michael Richardson. Fist bump to you too. I'm just looking at a pair of fists bumping each other. Up the fists. No, don't up the fists. Spurs, danger ball again. Vicario kicks it away. Whoa, they're away. Oh, is that a foul? Oh, I'm giving that a Gary Lineker, a Gary Neville. Ugh. Not sure about that. It looked a bit soft on Zinchenko there. Not a fan of Ange in his suit. Doesn't look right. I know he's probably paying his respects to the big occasion. All that sort of stuff. As Saka now has the ball, can he keep it in? He bloody well has. There's a pigeon sat on me sky dish. Get away, the pigeons. Ben White now down the wing. Oh, bottled that one. Basuma. Go on, Johnson. I think the Spurs are very much happy to keep things 0-0 until half-time here, the way they're setting up. Happy to just stroke the ball around. Penalty at Anfield. Who to? Kulusevski's got the ball back. Porro's forward here. Oh, what a ball that was across. Hit that one. Oh. Pape Sarr straight over the bar. Ha ha ha. How does Ben White maintain his tan? I've been debating getting a spray tan. That's how he maintains it. Imagine how ridiculous I would look with a spray tan. I've never tanned in my life. The only part of my body that's come remotely close to tanning ever was the back of my neck. One summer. That was it. I burn like a peach as Arsenal give it away again. Kulusevski now in the box. Across. Raya claims it. Oh dear. Salah. Great news for Kayla. She was going to try and transfer Salah in this week, but didn't manage to get it done because of money. Oh my God. Arsenal now with the danger football at the back. The danger wank football. That's the new phrase all the cool kids use in the coaching game. Oh, the danger wank football. Pale is underrated. I'd love to be able to go out in the sun and, you know, not within half an hour be red. What a treat that would be. Only 16 minutes gone there. That referee mistake, that technical audio issue, whatever it was, took a little while to sort out. Danger Wagamama football, that is a reference that some may understand, some may not. Get on the tan in bed. Not on the tan in bed, spray tans. Hello, Vile, by the way. First time I've seen your name this afternoon. We were looking, there's a place where I've never seen this before on Google reviews, but it had like 2,000 odd reviews and it had a 5-star rating. I've never seen that before. Not a 4 point whatever. 5 whole stars from 2,000 reviews. And it was like 40 quid for like the darkest tan. All the best, Anthony Young. All the best to you, lad. It's a late kickoff on a Sunday if he's kicking them soccer balls, isn't it? Is Val going to ring up at half time? I've not got that technology set up. I've heard about this, though. The new hip hop and happening call-in show on a Tuesday. Ben White forward now to Nketiah. He's having a good game, Ben White. He's everywhere. Zinchenko now playing centre midfield again, even though he's the left back. It's the new fashion. Until Joe Gomez tried it last weekend. Bless his cotton socks. Anyone see that? Joe Gomez trying that last weekend. Woof! What a pass that was. I know absolutely nothing about sports, but Ross is my spirit animal, so I support. Thank you, nobody. I know nothing about anything either. Don't you worry about it. Madison's bought a foul there. These cheeky players. Going down in crucial areas. What are they like, eh? What are they like? Spurs again playing dangerously in their own half here. This is going to bite them on the arse. Pape Sarr goes down, gets knout. Deservedly so. Jesus in behind. Nketiah doesn't get there. Give it to Kulusevski. Now! Done it. Here goes Kulusevski. Inside. Maddison. Ross wants some points, James. Oh, that's a foul. Dragged him. Maddison free kick. What's he doing? Shouting at folk, Maddison? He seems wound up today, Jimmy Maddison. We're learning now that Ange Postecoglou doesn't ask Brennan Johnson to come back and help his fullback, you doggy. Very interesting tactic. Maddison has the ball. Romero header. I can smell it. I can smell it. I say hello to Viles' mom. Up the Viles' mom. Kind of, I guess. In a way, up the Viles' mom. Right, what's happening here? Referee's blown his whistle. Maddison puts his arm up. It's whipped in. It's out. Sarr has... He should not be allowed to shoot that, man. That's 2 now. That nearly went out for a throw in behind from where he kicked the ball. Go on then. Spurs now taking their time on the ball. Maddison cuts his beard too high on his neck. I do think that about some people now, obviously being a beard snob, even though mine needs trimmed. Straggly. Rough. Nketiah now. Saka. Odegaard. Kulusevski. He's going nowhere. Tackled by Zinchenko. Meep meep. Look at Nketiah down there. Look at Saka out there. He's got it. Saka against you, doggy. Bend that one. Oh, it's in. Romero OG. Arsenal Juan. Spurs 0. Was that on target? Will it be kept a Saka goal? I think that's Matthew's burner account there in the chat this afternoon, Kyle Thompson. Is this on target, though? Will it be kept the Saka goal or will it be given to Romero? It's changed direction that much, surely it's Romero's. What's Gary Neville talking about? He should set himself. He's got like a second to react. How do you set yourself when someone's aimed a bender towards the far corner? I'll tell you how Saka gets that much space in the box. Ange doesn't tell Brennan Johnson to help his fullback. That's how. That's how. Maddison looking angry again. And shaking his head. Cracking celebration, mind lovely dig at Maddison. Oh, because did he do some sort of arrow thing? I can't remember what he did now. I remember seeing that sort of thing going on. I thought he was doing a Bo Selector thing. Craig David tribute. Rita. Craig David. How does Gary Neville think Romero can set himself there? I can guarantee if Romero did set himself and didn't stick a leg out, Gary Neville would then be saying, why didn't he stick a leg out? He could do more to stop that. You can't win with Gary Neville. Little rat-faced arsehole. SMK, Sven Lars Bender from Futurama. What did I say that was called? I'm sure I said the Arrows, didn't I? I can't remember now. Sven, Lars and Bender. Oh, well, Sven, Bender, Lars Bender, and Bender from Futurama. I'd kill Bender from Futurama. Can be a bit much at times, can't he? What's FPL saying, by the way? Have they give it to Saka? FPL. Have they give it to Saka? We don't know yet. They're still making their minds up. Salah got no assist for his pen. I assume he won it himself. Eagerly waiting for this assist news from the FPL Twitter account. Tweddell needs points. Points mean prizes. We only have 50 likes, by the way. We've got 10 to go. If you haven't liked the stream already, if you haven't subscribed to Hold and Give, please like the stream and subscribe. It's the best free way to support this bollocks. Like Spike for Romero not setting himself, in the words of Gary Neville. Arsenal now down the left with Vieira. Nketiah kind of getting in his way, but not really. Inside to Rice. Rice now. Strokes it back to Gabriel. No, Saliba. Saliba across to Gabriel. Gabriel now. Zinchenko's set in midfield. Now in the play. That must piss off Gabriel. Solanke scores for Bournemouth. Bloody Nora. Bad week for Brighton. Well, bad 3 days for Brighton. Here we go now, Arsenal. Vieira, back stick. Oof. Dealt with. Still nothing from the FPL Twitter. They don't know what they're doing. I've played my wild card this week. It's been an awful start of the season. I was going to do that before last weekend's fixtures. And then I got told by the man who was currently top of the Cultaholic League, so I should probably listen to him, that you're meant to do your wild card game week 9 for some reason. If anyone knows what reason that is, please let me know. Because I'm confused. Rice at the near post. Saka with a second crack at the old whip. Thranthony's there. Shout out to my fellow Mexican Sati Jimenez. I think I maybe said that right. I don't know. 2 goals and an assist at half time in De Clasica. Up. Spurs away. Arsenal back in. Straight at the goalkeeper. No, top of our league is Dan Heppel. He's like 80 points ahead of me already. Something like that. 60. What was it? I can't remember now. Doesn't matter. He's a long way ahead of me. Need to catch him up. Not doing very well. FPL still haven't tweeted who's got this assist. That's how desperate things are for me in FPL this season. I'm gagging for an assist. Spurs now knocking it round the back. Vicario. Oh my god. Oh. Spurs deserve... Maddison, there you go. Put him in my fantasy team this week. Of course, he might give a goal away like that one. But Spurs deserve to concede another. That's not the first time they've been caught dawdling around with the ball in their own half. That's right on the edge of his box, for goodness sakes. These modern day footballers don't know how to put their foot through the ball, do they? Spurs on the attack. Kulusevski plays it back. Does Kulusevski? They were in a good position there, Arsenal. Hit that one, Maddison. Oh, Maddison's riled up the wrong way, isn't he? Luton have got a double game week next week. Who are they playing, Vile? Who are they playing? Ange looks annoyed. What are they doing? Oh, God. Raya touches the ball for the first time in about half an hour. Well, maybe a bit longer. Maybe a bit shorter, I should say. Rice on the run. Saka. Saliba. Zinchenko in the midfield again. Everton away, then Burnley at home. Ooh. Phil the legend. Spurs have had a goal disallowed. I think that might be their only shot, though. Son at the back post. Play on, referee. Where's Rice going? Go forwards, man, you tit. You doggy's done well. Up the you doggy. Slipped in Johnson. Big tackle by Saliba. Spurs are trying to play like Ipswich, but without the quality. Goodness me. I've heard it all now. They won again yesterday, didn't they? Ipswich. The Tractor Boys. There you go, Vicario. Put your foot through it. Not wrong with that. It's gone out, though. So there was a little bit wrong with that. But you know what I mean. The concept of kicking it long. Not wrong with it. Saliba. Oh. Jesus has done Porro there. Lovely touch from Maddison. Pape Sarr. It's not a good game, Pape Sarr. Half an hour until the mighty Cardiff take on Sunderland. Honorary Bluebird for 90 minutes. Chris Council, I could not give a toss. I would not give a flying toss if Sunderland never came back to the Premier League. I don't miss the derby days at all. The longer they rot down there, the better for me. But I hope Cardiff win all the same. Josh, what is on next week's Super Sunday? I'm intrigued. You doggy just lost out there. Ryan now with the ball at his feet. What he's been putting the team for. Step overs. Oh, what a tick you doggy is, man. Got away with it by giving a foul away there. David Raya. You doggy giving the foul away on Raya. That made sense. Ramsdale with a face like a slapped arse on the bench, and who can blame him? Have they awarded this assist yet? They've gave it to Saka. Big breaking news on the stream. It's what we love to hear. It's sad that that's all I've got to go off, but there we go. I think I just missed a save, did I? There's birds on me sky dish. They're all going weird. I just heard the commentator go, and that's the biggest save he's made. So Josh is in with the big breaking news. Brentford versus Forest is next week's Super Sunday. I'll be picking a game on the Saturday then. That's confirmed that for me already. I'm at the Newcastle game on the Saturday. I don't think I can. Son's it. No, he's not. Blocked. Let's have a look at next week's fixtures. Premier League. Premier League fixtures. Son. Oh, that is a good save from Raya. Just watching the replay there. From Johnson. Doesn't get clean connection. But it's still full stretch from Raya. Mere seconds after he gets away with a little mistake there, potentially with the ball at his feet. Papes. No, that was Bissouma. Beg my pardon. Getting confused by the commentators. Son. Oh. Tell you what Arsenal do. Drop deep, don't they, when they're defending. Raya plays it long. Spurs have it back. Spurs on the attack again. Pape Sarr to Johnson. Johnson on the run. In. Straight at Raya. 5 minutes till half time. Well, 5 minutes plus 12 minutes of stoppage time until half time. That is a save and a half, that from Raya. I saw a comment there earlier. Would I take Ramsdale at Newcastle? I would. 100% I would. Big fan of Nick Pope. Few better. Ooh, look at Ramsdale there, making sure people can see you celebrate. I'm a team player. Ooh, well done. I'd be fuming if I was Ramsdale. But I would take him at Newcastle all day. Because Nick Pope, there's no finer shot stopper. But with the ball at his feet, I was trying to go somewhere there when we thought, and I stopped myself. There's no finer shot stopper, but the ball at his feet, he can't kick a ball. And it's not even, this is not me saying Newcastle have to play like prime Barcelona from 2011. This is me just saying Nick Pope can't kick a football, full stop. Every time he gets the ball at his feet, it's a worry. Every time the ball's bouncing behind the defenders, it's a worry. I think Ramsdale takes that away. So yes, I would, to answer that question. I'm not saying he would get Pope out the team straight away, but I think it would be a nice duo to have, with Ramsdale eventually being number one because he's younger. Kulusevski now in the box. Whipped in. Oh! 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 Straight at Raya. Oh, God, he's flapping there. Gets away with it there, does David Raya? Or does he do well? I'll have to see the replay. Maddison in. Assist for Maddison. Tweddell's in the points. 1-1. Bosh. Oh, the bloody things are on me skybox again. This is not what I want to happen. I hate living in a flat building. Wish I lived in a standalone house. My own sky dish. Gotta have the bloody communal things here that piss me off. Piss me off to no ends. But it is 1-1. That's what we've learned here today. It's 1-1 in the soccer. I can't get any football now. I hate living in this building. Not allowed dogs. Might want to update me clock. Has it been disallowed? I can't say anything currently. This is really annoying. Why is it not working? Just work, man. Oh. You might want to update your clock. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. You know how it works in flat buildings? How you've got the communal, what's it called? The room where all the things are. All the internet connections are. All the skyboxes are. It's such a crap way of doing it. I've got nothing here. This is fantastic. This for a live stream. Wonderful scenes. Technical difficulties. I hate living here. It's the worst place in the world. Can this just work? I've still got nothing. This is great news for a live stream. There we go. Are we back? Are we on? What's going on? We're frozen again. We were looking at replays of Son's goal there. Lovely finish on the run. Lovely cut back to him. Oh dear. Slap the TV. Ask Jamie, my clock is in time with what I'm looking at. It's not. It might be behind your time, but I'm up here in Newcastle upon Tyne, which apparently doesn't receive Sky signal anymore. Come on, the Skybox. What's wrong with you? Right, we're back. Stupid bloody pigeons. It's 1-1. Arsenal knocking it round the back. Thank you for sticking by. How's the hamster? Wonderful. Got her a new wheel the other day. Got these treats that hang off the side of the cage. It's a great time to own a hamster. It's been a very, very even game, even though it feels like Arsenal had a lot more of the going early on, if that makes sense. Hello, Kayla. It's an alright game. Two teams playing dangerous soccer at the back. Hasn't really bit them on the arse yet. Is it still 1993 up there? Might as well be. I always have issues with the sky in here. It's crap. Vicario now playing dangerous soccers. Basuma. Madison. There we go. Spurs moving it quicker now. That's the word I was looking for. The plant room. Last 10 minutes, Spurs are edging themselves on top. A choice word from me there, I know. 3-1 the last 10 minutes. Now it's the time to capitalise. I just want to remind everybody that before the game, Ross predicted 2-1 Spurs. I believe Chris Council put money on. It's a combination that's worked once before with the Europa Conference final last season. Chris Council could be in the money again. UK Delirious, hello. West Ham have scored. Who scored for West Ham? Oh, cameraman, catch up. Well in, Jesus. Go on, Jesus. It's like a rugby game out there currently. Pape Sarr. You dirty boy. Who scored for West Ham? Jared Bowen. Kufal with the assist. Anyone got Romero in their team? Losing big points? Ish. Do, 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 do. 4 minutes added on. My clock here is now behind, which is fantastic news for all concerned. So we need to get that on a 6. Come on, Ross, you can do it. 6. And then we'll put it on to 20. And then we'll hit that button there. And then we'll go wabosh. It's in time again. Emmett's got money on for 2-1 as well. If Chris Council is still there, did Chris put the bet on? I can't remember that far back. I can't remember 45 minutes into the past. Socks the waving cat that went down as an own goal, Romero, but Saka got the assist. Which means points for me, but not as many as it would have been. How many points am I on total now? It's still been a crap week. I'm on 34. The Spurs are continuing to knock it round dangerously at the back. Danger ball. Maddison's got 4 because of his assist. Saka's got 4 because of his assist. Then I've got Estepinian, Sterling currently on 1, and Diaby on 1 as well in this afternoon's games. Chris Council did put it on. 2 free quid bet and it was 40-1. Money, potentially. Who's got the own goal at Brighton, Emmett? I feel like I'm Jeff Stelling. Or Simon Thomas. Maybe more like Simon Thomas since my Skybox has been letting me down. Technical issues. When I'm watching the Toon game, I'll be watching it through there. Now, I want to mix it up with the games we live react to on the channel, so I did a Newcastle game on Tuesday. So I didn't want to do another Newcastle game for this weekend's Premier League fixture, so a shot, and it's over the bar. £105 million for that sort of shot. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Kirk's own goal, Gilmore assist. Glenn Cornwall, the Arsenal goal was an own goal by Romero after Saka sort of swazzed it towards the far corner. A Sven Bender if you want. And then Son equalised. We do have a sport goal lined up for half-time. It's a game of true or false. Premier League related true or false on Sporkle coming up imminently. But yeah, Maddison got the assist, cutting it back for Son, and that is half-times. Bosh. I need to stop saying that word. His videos, that Big John, his videos have just crept into my Instagram algorithm recently. So I just see him every week now having a Chinese. Bosh. Bosh. Le Bosh. Le Bosh. Le Bosh. Would I dabble into other leagues for live streams? Would I say the Championship? Yeah, it depends what's on. Right. I'll mute that so we're not getting distracted by television adverts. The remote's not working now. Has anyone ever heard of the brand RCA for televisions? Because obviously, to do this at home, I asked Adam for, like, you know, a nice little, you know, use of the company credit card to get a TV off Amazon. Just a little monitor here so I can watch the games and play the games. Play the FIFAs, watch the games. And this effing remote never works, no matter how powered the batteries are. Down with the RCA televisions. I've never heard the brand RCA. Thought they picked you up when your car was broken. We'll have to leave the volume on. Right, it's Sporkle time, everybody. Having a mare with technology today. It's a wonderful time. Bosh. Oh, even that's gone wrong. But, you know, you get the gist. Bigfoot hustles. Hey, Ross, happy to see you live again. Hope you're well. Cheers. Thank you very much for the kind donation. It's been I remember you donating the other day as well. Thank you very much indeed. Up the hold and give. And your donations too. Is it still under warranty? I don't know. But the volume control never works, and there's no physical volume buttons on the TV either. But Bigfoot, thank you very much. Right. So basically, this is a game of true or false. Premier League related things. Or I guess it's international related things as well. The quiz is given to us by Sideshow Steve. So if you know who that is and want to direct any complaints to him, it's Sideshow Steve. So are we ready in the chat? Let me know if you're ready, because then we'll get going with the old Sporkle quiz. Up the Sporkle. I wish I had more windows on this machine. Put that there. Right. Are we ready? Are we steady? Let's go. So I'm just going to wait for maybe the first 2 or 3 answers in the chat. Alan Shearer's first and last international goals were both penalties. True or false? Alan Shearer's first and last international goals were both penalties. I'll wait for 3 answers. Emmett says false. We've got 1 for false. We've got 9.5 minutes left on the timer, by the way. 9.5 minutes left. We're going in order, Chris Council. We're going in order. We've got 1 for true, 1 for false. God, we've got 2 for false. 3 for false. We're putting an F. It's false. His first came in open play against France in 92. His filing a goal was a penalty against Romania at Euro 2000. Between February 2019 and July 2020, Liverpool won 24 consecutive home Premier League matches. Is it true or false? True or false in the chat now. Go. We're taking the first majority answer. I would be saying true. Emmett says true. We got 1 for true. We got 1 for false. This is exciting. Jethro's in there with the false. We need some more votes. You're all there. There's 72 people. We've got 2 for true. Up the trues. I think it's true as well. We got a true there. We're going true. Jethro's is putting for both, but we're getting some more trues as well. We'll put a T in there. It is true. The record was halted when Burnley earned a 1-1 draw at Anfield in July 2020. Notts County is the oldest football club in the world. Excuse me. I know the answer to this one. But if you want to put your answers in the chat now, go for it. True or false? Notts County is the oldest football club in the world. In the world. We'll take all answers after Kyle Thompson. Emmett's in there with a false. It's a false. It's definitely false. I know this one for a fact. It is actually Sheffield FC, formed in 1857. Manchester United's Old Trafford holds the record for the highest attendance for a Premier League match. True or false? Get your votes in now after Brian's in the chat there. Brian's the last answer for the previous question. Kyle Thompson says a true. Socks the Waving Cat says a false. We've got 1 for a true, 1 for a false, 2 for a true, 2 for a false. This is exciting. Next vote wins. The next, and we're going for an F. Emmett's in there with the decider. F. It is false. Old Trafford is the largest stadium in the UK. Its record is actually held by Tottenham when they were playing at Wembley in 2018. The ball must be passed forward to kick off. Everyone must know this. So we'll go after Josh's answer in the chat there, I can see. Oh, I think we're getting mixed up with the answers there. So the ball must be passed forward to kick off. True or false? I think your answer will have to rhyme with... I don't even know. Emmett says false for being passed backwards. Sorry, passed forwards at kick-off. Meaning it has to be passed backwards. Does the ball have to be passed forwards or backwards? It's a false from Chris Council. One more false, and I think we're there. We're false. False, but it used to be true. We'll put an F in there. It is false. It was true until 2016 when the laws were changed to allow backwards passes from kickoff. Next question. France were the first European nation to win the World Cup. If you don't know this one, get out the chat. Get out the chat. Everybody must know this one. We'll accept answers. Oh, Emmett. Oh, Emmett. Everyone's saying false. Of course it's false. I was playing silly buggers, Emmett. Don't you worry about that one. Dundee United have a 100% win record against Barcelona in competitive matches. This is huge if true. Dundee United have a 100% win record against Barcelona in competitive matches. This seems too specific a thing to put in this kind of true or false game for it to be false. Why would this be in there if it's not true? 4 wins, says Toadsko, who must have Google open. We'll put a T in there, we'll move on. It's true. The clubs have played each other 4 times in Europe, with the Scottish side winning all 4. Zlatan has never won the Champions League. True or false? Zlatan has never won the Champions League. True or false? As we have 4 minutes and 34 seconds left on the clock here. Zlatan has never won the Champions League. Ahmed says true. Emmett says true. We'll wait for a couple more trues. Brian's saying true. Ben's saying true. Up the trues. It is true. Despite having played for 6 clubs who have won it without him. Ha 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 ha. In 2020, I'll zoom that down a bit. Bayern Munich won 6 major trophies. True or false? Checking someone's there. Guess it was Bandit making a noise. Up the Bandit. So I guess you have the Bundesliga, the German Cup, the Super Cup, The Club World Cup. Bayern sextuple was better than Barca's. A huge claim there from Emmett. We'll stick a big dirty T in there. It's true in 2021 the Bundesliga, the German Cup, the Super Cup, the Champions League, the Super Cup, and the Club World Cup, matching Barcelona's achievements of 2009. The oldest player to score a Premier League hat-trick is Gordon Strachan, who I think was playing for Coventry until he was about 52. We've got just over 3 minutes left on the timer. Gordon Strachan was the oldest Premier League player to score a hat-trick. Former Leeds United, Manchester United, Coventry City. Former Ginger now as well, I guess. We've got a true there from Daniel. I'll take answers from after Daniel's in the chat there just to make sure that people aren't answering the question before. A false there from Phil Christian. False from Paddy. False from Emmett. We're going to go for a big dirty F. It is false. Strachan is the only player born before 1960 to score a Premier League hat-trick. The oldest is Teddy Sheringham for Portsmouth. Fantastic. When Manchester City won the Premier League in 2013, it was the first time they had been champion. When Manchester City won the Premier League in 2013, it was the first time they had been champions of England. Well then. I had to read that twice. This seems a little bit too easy to be in the quiz. When Manchester City won the Premier League in 2013, it was the first time they had been champions of England. We'll take any answer after Jethro's false there in the chat, which I can see. Chris Council with a false. Ahmed's with a false. False, false, false. It's surely false. F. City won the old First Division in 1937 and 1968. When Man City won the Premier League in 2013, it was the first time they'd been... Well, they won it in 2012, didn't they? 2011, 2012 as well. Silly quiz master. Italy beat the Soviet Union in the 1968 European Championship semi-final on the toss of a coin. True or false? I've got no idea about this one. Italy beat the Soviet Union. Yeah, Manchester City didn't win the Premier League in 2013, did they? 12-13 season, that was won by Man United. That was the last time, wasn't it? Naughty quiz master. Ha 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 ha. So Italy beat the Soviet Union in the 1968 European Championship semi-final with the toss of a coin. We'll take all answers from Phil's onwards. We've got 1 for true. We've got 2 for true. We're getting trues all across the board. Italy subsequently beat Yugoslavia 2-0 in the final after a replay. The dishonourable bastards. Nottingham Forest have won the European Cup more times than the English top flight. Now this could be true. I don't know how many times Nottingham Forest have won the English top division. We've got 10 seconds left on the timer, but we'll continue going. Hopefully the answers don't flash up. Don't show me the answers. Right then. Oh, well, there you go. We've killed some time. We'll learn some more facts at the end here. It's true. Forest won the title once in 1978, then won the European Cup in 1979, and then again in 1980. Trevor Francis, etc., etc. The 1950 World Cup didn't have a final, which is true. Apparently the last 4 teams played each other in a group system, although the last game did turn out to be the deciding match. That's an interesting way to do things. I'm glad they're not done like that anymore, though. And Germany's Miroslav Klose holds the record for both the most World Cup appearances and World Cup goals. He definitely holds the World Cup goals. Yep, 16. And the top appearance maker is Lionel Messi with 26. I assume this was posted... Yep, September the 23rd. Lovely. It's up to date. That was the halftime quiz. We now wait for the second half to get going. Congratulations, everybody. Of the questions we answered, we got them all right. And that's all we can ask for. Oh. Thank you for joining us today. Like Spike for the Sporkle quiz. We're on 52. Let's try and push for 100 by the end of the stream. Give us a subscribe if you haven't already as well. More of this type of bollocks to come. FIFA stream later today. I say FIFA because it's the last FIFA 23 stream because I'm not paying 90 quid for EAFC. That's for sure. Bloody Nora. We're just looking at Gabriel Jesus chance again on the half-time highlights. That's got to go in, that. Picked Madison's pocket on the edge of the box. Twats it. No composure. Straight over the Denver. Fun fact, in the 2014 World Cup, Manuel Neuer completed more passes than Lionel Messi. That is interesting. If we didn't win the Champions League the first time, we wouldn't have been in it in 1980 since we didn't win the Prem in 1979. There's a part of me that wants to see a tournament like that come back, you know, the old European Cup, where it is just the winners of every league in a straight knockout competition. I can see why they've, expanded it to what the Champions League is today. I don't think it should change from what it is today. I think the new things they've got proposed is absolute bollocks. Oh dear, Kai Havertz coming on at half-time. I'd assume that's for Fabio Vieira since he was on the floor more than he was stood up in the first half. Jorginho coming on as well. Yeah, Fabio Vieira's coming off. And Declan Rice as well. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these new changes they're bringing in for the Champions League. Is it next season or the season after? Can't remember. More games, more tired players, more injured players, overcomplicating things for no reason. It's not broken the way it is. But I wish I was alive during the old European Cup format. Seems a lot more special. Right, let's see if the clock's going to play ball in the second half. Hello everybody, the mouse is on the screen. Bosh, we're away. Oh man. So wonderfully, this RCA TV, this wonderful TV I'm using, is now telling me it's 279 seconds until it turns off, unless I can press a button to stop it from turning off. But of course, the remote isn't working. It's hey, you can't write this crap. Honestly. I'm mushing all the buttons here. Work, man. You're a TV remote. You've got one job. Come on. I'm not going to be able to do it. I've got 243 seconds to get a button pressed. Otherwise, the TV's going to turn off, and I don't know if I'll be able to turn it back on. I am panicking here. Why couldn't he just have got us a Samsung? There's no physical buttons, Jamie McKenna. I've only got this remote. Oh my god. There's a physical on-off button, like to turn it off standby, and that's it. We're going to have to hit that, otherwise it's going to go off, I think. Oh. Right, that's done it. I've only got an iMac in here. That's why I needed the secondary monitor. Because on this monitor up here, I've got the, obviously, OBS, the clock, your chat, the Streamlabs thingy-majiggy. God, right, we're safe. It's gone. We're back in the game. 46 minutes and 58. So I'm a bit ahead on my clock there, but you get the picture. It's fine. That's sort of where we are. Penny pinching indeed. Might have to ask him. I believe it was an Amazon purchase. RCA is the brand. Everyone's favourite television producer. Right, Gabriel. Out wide. Jesus. Gabriel. Havertz. Can he do anything? Wouldn't it be typical if he was the match winner? Kai Havertz. After his start to his Arsenal career. Oh, what a horrible pass from Saliba. Brennan Johnson on the run. Look at Maddison in the middle there. Johnson, you tit. Heavy touch. I'm only saying that because I need some fantasy points. Up the fantasy points. Big Mickey in the middle for Spurs in defence. Romero. Over the top for Maddison. Oh, he can't bring it down. What a touch that would have been. Two on Brighton, we're learning in the chat, with Mitoma getting the goal. Big Mo Dahoud assist. Up the Dortmund. Jason Jones, Ajax versus Feyenoord interrupted for the second time, with both times due to Ajax Ultras throwing fireworks onto the field. Ajax losing 3-0. Ajax have had a horrible start of the season, haven't they? Dutch Eredivisie. Table. Ajax are currently 13th out of 18 teams in the Eredivisie. Lost, drawn, won, and then they're currently getting beat now. Feyenoord are second top. Arsenal whip it in. Oh, it's got to be a goal. Handball. They're calling for it. Odegaard. Blocked. Oh, Spurs get away with one there. Chris Council's bet lives for another minute. Ben White on the swizzle. Now, his arms appear, Romero. He's very close. But they just changed the rule for different things, don't they? Different scenarios. There's a different rule applied. So God knows what they're going to give here. If this was the 90s, when football was at its best, it would be a penalty. But we don't know these days, do we? That's got to be... his hand's up here. I know he's a yard away, but... it's got to be a penalty. Chris Council's 2-1 Spurs bet is in the balance. It's got to be a pen. Come on now. What's the chat saying? Jackson Book suspended for next week with 5 yellows already. Chris Council saying that's handball. Ahmed, I don't know who I prefer between Arsenal or Spurs. No idea. Son's shouting at his teammates, telling him to go away from the referee. Check is complete. Oh, they've set him to the screen, which means one thing normally. Means change of mind, penalty given. Normally. We'll have to see what they're going to do here. So does the referee... what rule they apply here, I don't know. It would be amazing, right? Amazing if this wasn't a penalty, where it's just gone straight onto Romero's arm. And yesterday's penalty at Luton was a penalty when the ball went off whoever's leg it was onto his arm. Was it Gomez in the midfield? I can't remember who it was. He's given it. Penalty to Arsenal. There is no consistency in the refereeing in this country. It is crap. Load of bollocks. I mean, that was a penalty. But as I bet there's examples in the chat. Ahmed's there. Why was the one that United had against Spurs for the same exact handball not given? That's the thing that's the issue. There's no consistency with what these referees give in this country. Or in the Premier League. Crap. So here we go. Arsenal have a pen. Will it be Saka taking it? Because if it is, I would not mind that. Come on, the Saka. Get some points for Ross. Jordan nails it in the chat there. Worst thing about the rule is it's interpreted differently by every referee and everyone on VAR. Amen. I think we need to bin off VAR. What's the point if people interpret it differently? Here we go then. Saka against Vicario. Vicario flapping out his right arm. I'm going to dive that way, aren't I? Saka! Straight down the middle. 2-1. Points for Ross. We're climbing up the FPL league. Even though I assume most people have Saka as well. We're on to 39 points for the weekend now. If only the likes of Sterling, Maddison, Diaby could get myself a goal. There goes Chris Council's bet. You could see it happening the longer the game went on, but the referees have ruined it. I'm looking forward to Andrew's interview now after the game if it stays 2-1 for the remainder. Emmett's bet is gone as well. Yeah, it's a penalty. But again, it's just... it just does your head in, doesn't it, the referees? This season, that's all people talk about after a game weekend, isn't it? VAR being used incorrectly, VAR being used too finicky, if that makes any sort of sense. Saka again taking the piss out of Maddison, throwing the arrows. Yeah, if Romero doesn't block that with his arm, it probably goes in. I just wish the handball rule was like black and white like it used to be. Just if it's away from the body and it hits the hand, it's a handball. Oh, Maddison now. Go on your own, son. He slipped in, son. Goaldy, goaldy, goal. Desmond 2-2. Maddison with the assist. Tweddell gets more points. Come on, the FPL. What a response from Spurs. Up the Desmond 2-2 as we learn that Darwin Núñez misses a sitter for Liverpool. What happened there? Son is going radio rental. Gary Neville loves that passion. P-A-S-H-U-N. Passion. See, is this Jorginho gets the ball? Dawdling. Oh, dear. Calm from Maddison there. Fair play to him. Calm from Son as well. Why did Rice go off at half time? Anyone know why Rice went off at half time? Ange with the cool celebration. Gusto red card for Chelsea. It's all kicking off in the Barclays today. I guess it's a bit of a running joke in the Cultaholic office, the Barclays. I know it's not sponsored by the Barclays anymore, but there's a certain Lewis House who loves a classic Barclays. Whoa! Havertz is absolutely halved, I think the word is, the verb is. Or the adjective if you're Kevin Nash. Halved Son, so he has. Rice has his calf strapped up, fair enough. Fair enough. Spurs on the ascendancy. Porro, back to Romero, back to Porro. Down the line. Go on, Kulusevski. I'm intrigued. Anyone got Gusto in the fantasy team with that red card? Oh, Alex Mumby. You've missed a fair few things. We're on 61 likes, by the way. If you're liking the Desmond 2-2 for the game, give the stream a like, please. Give the holding give a subscribe. Romero's there. Oh, he's let it bounce. You don't do that as a centre-half. Everyone knows that. Oh. Look at Havertz throwing himself about. Put money on a red card for Havertz if you're watching. Chris Counter doesn't care if Rice has a foot literally fallen off. He's still better than Jorginho. I think Jorginho's an alright player, me. Well, he's better than alright, isn't he? He won the Euros. I think he won a Premier League, maybe. Did he play for Chelsea that early? I can't remember off the top of my head. I wish Arteta would bring Win the Dog to the games. Has anyone ever had an animal on the side of the field? That wasn't Mad Dog Jason Tindall. Oh, Saka's lost it, but Jorginho's there on the cover. Back to Saliba, back to the goalkeeper. Son on the press. Calf injury, Vile. That is why Rice was taken off. It was nearly Jorginho's fault that England nearly won the Euros. Did he miss a pen? I can't remember that far back. You've got fantastic memories in the chat. Who does more toot, Arteta pre-game or Tom Campbell when he rolls out of bed? I have to say Mikel Arteta. I think Tom's a more consistent bumper, I think the verb is. Bumper. Takes a nice bump throughout the day. Many times. 20, 30 little bumps throughout the day. Ben White looking forwards. Saka on the ball against you, doggy. White on the overlap. Oh, Saka, you tit. Too hard. Ball's gone out for a goal kick. Brennan Johnson's on his arse. Not what you want to see in your debut or full debut for a new team. God, imagine if Richarlison scores the winner here. Could you imagine? Oh no, Solomon's coming on. Never mind Son. Never mind Son. Never mind Richarlison. Richarlison. Son Heung-min. Richarlison. I'm having a stroke here. But imagine if Richarlison scores the winner. He's become a bit of a meme, hasn't he? A bit of a meme. Oh, just a bit of cramp there for Brennan Johnson. Nunez has scored for Liverpool. God, I've gone up to 47 points there. We're climbing. Sterling's on to 3. Look at Arteta's face. As soon as Jorginho gives it away. Fantastic. Fantastic camera work there by Sky Sports. Why Sterling got 3 points? What's he done? Played 60 minutes, he got 2 points. He's got a clean sheet for a point. Therefore, he's on 3. Been a decent debut weekend for Maddison and my team, though. He's up to 7. Saka's on 9. Tell you what, if Newcastle can get a clean sheet against Sheffield United, I am laughing this weekend. I am laughing. With Trippier and Botman. Oh, danger ball from Spurs. Get away from it there. Nketiah, I reckon, might have to take Nketiah off soon. I don't know who for. Oh, Basuma's done well. Solomon's on the run, but Basuma holds on. You've got to hold and give and do it at the right time, Basuma. Go on then. Maddison's on the run. Solomon's on the overlap. Maddison over the bar and far away. Chris Council put Disassi in over Gusto. That was a good call by the looks of things. Someone's on 90 points, the highest team. James Tarkovsky got 14 points this weekend. Incroyable. I'm currently getting more points than the Cultaholic league leader so far. Dan's on 47, 2 behind me. Oh, we got a 55 in there. Matthew Stewart. Bastard. Tell you what, West Ham look alright this season. I know they're getting beat 2-1, but it's only 2-1, isn't it? West Ham. Just over half an hour, you'd think, to go here in this game. 17 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the game. Because of that pen. Johnson going down. Other things that have happened. Zinchenko now taking the throw-in. That was some thrilling commentary from me there, wasn't it? Zinchenko now taking the throw-in. Who's on the benches for both teams? That's a question. Arsenal Spurs. Lineups. So, Arsenal have got Smith Rowe. He can make a change, but it feels like he's gone off the boil. They've got Nelson, and that's really it for attacking players. Spurs have got Richarlison. I guess you could throw Emerson Royale in there if you want it to be weird. Play him on the wing. Oh, Spurs have got a dangerous free kick now. More Maddison points, thank you, as Kulusevski gets banged on the head, apparently. Who is Alejo Velez for Spurs? That's a new one for me. He's an Argentine striker. 20 years old. Came to Spurs from Rosario Central. 53 appearances, 17 goals. Now he's on the Spurs bench. Could he be the match winner? Who knows? Maddison with a free kick, though. Let's hope he gets the assist. More points for me. Dealt with. Solomon. Whipped in. Keeper's ball all day. Jorginho gets the ball and doesn't give it away. He takes a dive for some reason. He threw himself at the deck, man. Dickhead. Just trying to get Romero sent off. White gives it away. Solomon. He looks a decent player, does Solomon. Oh, Vicari. Oh, and Nketiah has snapped the goalkeeper there. Big tackle. It's a yellow card. Nothing more, nothing less. Let's not make a big deal of it. He's late. The ball was there. It's fine. What's Gary Neville saying the ball was never there for? It's a heavy touch from Vicario. He had a go. Get a grip, man, Gary Neville. Woohoo! That's an ankle breaker, that, like on a different day. Oh my God, Basuma. Some of these passes around their own area, in their own half. What's Pedro Porro doing? Oh, they got away with a free kick. Free kick. Free click. Great news there from Lemon Seamus in the chat there. Jackson substitute for Chelsea with 1 point to his name. But then saying that, my replacement for him this weekend was Alvarez. He got 1 point as well, so I think in the long run Alvarez will be a better player to have. Hopefully. Good win from Maddison, who's down. Don't be injured. Oh no, he's injured. He's done his knee. Oh, Son's in. Oh, side netting. Oh, I hope Maddison's alright. He's still down, hurting his knee, holding his knee. You don't want to see this after the Classica has been abandoned. Very interesting. Oh, that's gone pop, hasn't it? We've seen this before in the soccer. Maddison's knee. Yeah. Right knee's gone. Is it right knee or left knee? Right knee. Right knee's gone pop. Half a pound of tuppenny rice, half a pound of treacle. Pop goes James Maddison's knee. Shouldn't laugh. I'm not even laughing about it, just making up random rhymes. Or referencing random rhymes from many moons ago. The teams are in for Sheffield United. Maybe he's alright. What's happened there then? Is he just looking for a free kick and being very convincing in the acting? Anyway, Sheffield United, Fotheringham, Jayden Bogle, a name I can't pronounce, John Egan, Robinson, Gustavo Hamer, Norwood, Romero as one. What a substitution, by the way, potentially. Højbjerg coming on for Maddison. It looks like it's happening. Excuse me. Then we have Norwood in the middle, James McAtee, Vinicius Souza, Luke Thomas and Cameron Archer. Newcastle's got Popey, Trippier, Shaw, Botman, Byrne. Longstaff, Bruno Guimaraes and Elliot Anderson gets a start. Miggy, Wilson and Barnes. Harvey Barnes. Tonali on the bench is interesting because he came off after about an hour, didn't he, on Tuesday? Maybe a bit sooner. Jacob Murphy, Livramento, Lewis Hall can't get a start. Oh, and he sorted minutes for love nor money. 70 million quid there was spent on those two. Anyway, Spurs whipped it in. Dealt with by a Arsenal defender. Keeper. Arsenal on the attack now. Rea out to Ben White. Ben White to Odegaard. The game is a bit stretched. Maddison's back on, but looking a bit... Is that his normal run? He looks alright. Keep him on for Tweddell's fantasy points this weekend. Oh yeah, no Isak. I don't think Isak's in the squad at all. Where's Isak? Ball's gone out there. Let me check the lineups again. Oh, he's on the bench. Beg me pardon, he is on the bench. God. Goal at Stamford Bridge. Watkins has scored for Villa. Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea. Son shanked it, but you doggies got it. Maddison testing the knee straight away. Does well. Romero. Papasar. Where's he going? What's he doing? Vicario keeps it from going for a corner. Dangerous throw for Arsenal. Delap territory, you might say. Havertz down the wing. Corner ball for Arsenal. Chris Council, Maddison needs to go off. Once the knee goes, immediately it feels okay, but it'll make it worse. Very interesting. Chelsea getting relegated. Where are Chelsea in the Premier League? The live table. Premier League. Tabler. Chelsea are in 14th. 5 points from their 6 games as things stand. Whipped in by Odegaard. Up. Vicario claims it. Good goalkeeper. You doggy on the run. It's a shock to see Burnley bottom. I thought they would be quite good this season. Maddison again with the ball. What a ball. Go on then. Porro's in the box here. Oh. Chris Counsell knows a thing or two about knee operations. Good God. More power to you, Chris Counsell. I can give Maddison some information if it goes the way it looks like it might go. Oh, Pochettino doesn't get sacked. Because how can you have that turnover squad that Pochettino's had and expect anything? Especially when you've not exactly bought, a set of world beaters for him to work with. Who are the star players at Chelsea these days? Who of the other, the bigger names in the Premier League are going to swap their players for their, you know what I mean? Who at these two teams here are going to swap their squads for Chelsea's players? I don't think anybody would they? Who have they got? Kyle Thompson, nobody from Cultaholic will be going to Perth. Too far away. I know Bowley's a head case, but I hope he just lets it, play out. They're not going to go down. Whoop! Spurs are in. They're not going to go down. But surely they were never going to do anything this season. Go on then. Papa Sarr's there. Oh, Sarr's done well there. No, he hasn't. Give it away. Yeah, Nkunku's probably the one, isn't it? I think Ivan Toney will go to Spurs, me. In January, since apparently that's when he wants to cash in his big move to a bigger team than Brentford. As Reece Nelson's warming up. 15 to go plus 25 of injury time at the end of the game. It's poised wonderfully at Desmond. Desmond 2-2. Lovely football from Arsenal. Playing through the lines, I think it's called in the trade. Jesus now. Oh, God, the TV's gone again. Will it recover? It has recovered. Out wide. In there. Straight to the keeper. Piss poor from Ben White. Mitoma scored again. They've done well to turn that round, Brighton. Just after getting beaten in the Europa the other day and then going 1-0 down as well here today. Potentially using up all their good football at Man United last weekend. Have we gone off again? I hate living here. I hate living here. Tony for 60 million. Is that the price it's getting mooted? Mooted? Richarlison's getting ready. Højbjerg's coming on as well. I guess that'll be for Maddison. Taking off Gabriel Jesus is interesting. Well, it is interesting. I'd have maybe taken off Nketiah and then moved Jesus into the middle. I think he's been alright. Gabriel Jesus today. Son coming off for Richarlison. Bet he's gutted. And then Maddison off for Højbjerg. He's got his appearance point. That's all that matters. Up the Maddison. Son's taking his time, but of course you would do. Yeah, I wouldn't have taken Son off either. I'd have taken Kulusevski off, but maybe Son's cream crackered. A little bit tired there. Who knows what's going on? As my telly's on the blink again. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. Wish I could win the lottery and go and buy a house. Spurs, we're back and we're live. 78 points for Alex Mumby. I don't think so, Kyle. Just the fact that the ads are there is enough, I think. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I don't think so. What points am I on? I must be touching 50. 51 I'm on currently. Not a bad weekend considering how my season's been so far. And I've still got 2 to play. If Diaby or Sterling could pull their finger out, that'd be great. Go on then, Kulusevski. Pedro Porro is high. Up the pitch. No drugs related, potentially, who knows? Purvis got an assist. Oh yeah, he's on 5. Up the Purvis. Purvis Estepinian. The unofficial sponsor of everyone's new favourite segment on the Hold and Give Football podcast. Welcome to Brighton Hove Albion fullback Purvis Estepinian. What are you talking about? Which is where we take your rash opinions and laugh at them. Me and Jack Atkins, or sometimes we agree with them. We've done 2 so far. Pick one I agree with and one I disagreed with. This week's, if you haven't seen it, was Lionel Messi would not be who he is without being a massive dirty drugs treat using those HDH things when he was a kid. Which I disagree with because he stopped using them when he was an adult. And you have those injections, you're not given the football ability as well, are you? You're just given the big size. I think he was meant to be 4'2" when he had the injections, and then he's now 5'7". So he's not exactly Zlatan, is he? I don't know why he's the first guy who came to mind. He's a tall footballing man. That'll be me, Emmett. I came up with it. My TV's gone again here. This is bollocks, this. This is absolute bollocks. Everything's fine with the health of the stream. But I can't watch the football, which is fantastic. Come on. Come on, Sky. It feels like a weekend where a lot of people's fantasy footballs got back on track. I say back on track. They've had a better weekend than they've had so far this season. Get down to Costco with the who? It's not nothing to do with the TV itself. It's the way they wire the Sky when you have it installed here. It goes through a room downstairs where everyone else is Sky related or Virgin Media or anything like that is related. So everything's all in one room downstairs, and it always lets you down. We're back. We're bosh. Raya plays it long. I'm a bit further forward now than what was on currently. So we'll change that. And then give it the old little wait there to give us our new time. Labosh. My friend's son had the same injections as Messi and he can't play football for you-know-what. So I'm with you on that argument. Well, yeah. Imagine if there was an injection that gave you, like, unimaginable football prowess. I'd give me left bollock for that. Go and play in today's game here. Score the winner for Spurs. Who would I rather play for, Spurs or Arsenal? Spurs. AFTV ruin everything, don't they? Nielsen. Hit that one. Over the bar. Corner ball. I used the Sky app Alfie last year for the World Cup. Was it the World Cup? I used the Sky app for something and it was 2.5 minutes behind. So I'm doing well to be a minute behind some people here today. So that's the reason why we're going through the proper means to do it. It's just annoying. What did I say? Did I say Nelson? Nielsen. Oh, the TV ratings. Oh! Just wide. Arsenal get the winner there in the final 6 minutes before stoppage time. Yeah, why is Eddie not gambling on that one? Silly Eddie. In again from Arsenal. Dealt with by Spurs this time. Papa Sarr down the wing. Tackled by Saka. It's out for a throw. Gary Neville's tearing Eddie and Nketiah a new arsehole here. Which is fantastic. Declan Rice hitting his seat. Incredible. Long throw. What a throw that is from White. They're in behind. Oh, hit that one, Havertz. Don't think he was ever going to score from there, was he, Kai Havertz? It's high wide and it's Alan Hansen. Bosh. It would be typical of Kai Havertz to get the winner after this, though. After his start to his Arsenal career, well, I think that even Arteta, by dropping him, has admitted that it's not quite working. What's happened here? Oh, dodgy throw by Vicario, but I think Højbjerg's going to clean it up. Big Mike to Højbjerg. Højbjerg down the line. Oh, look at this tiki-taka from Spurs in their own half. Højbjerg now. That's a nice pass. Will he get there? No. Diogo Jota has scored for Liverpool, apparently. Lemon Seamus on the ground at Anfield. Just under 3 minutes to go here. Don't forget, we'll be back at 9 PM BST for the final FIFA 23 stream before the new EAFC stream start next Sunday. Oh, Eddie Nketiah's got some room here. Wadabish Badabosh. Plays it back to Saka. Arsenal want to go forward now. What are they doing? What is Havertz? Clearly not a striker or a 10 or a winger or a CM. Just an attacking player. Oh, Nelson gets a corner. Just an attacking player who doesn't really fit in any role. I don't know what he is. If I was to pick a position for him, it would be 10. But don't expect any goals. Which is sort of defeating the point of being a 10. And he's a very silky footballer, but that's... Oh, big header there from Basuma. Doggy carries it away now. As we enter the final 2 minutes of play before stoppage time. Nice pass from Romero there. Højbjerg with the sprinklers. Richarlison to get his first touch, I think, since coming on. I do like that Doggy. Tenacious. Tenacious. Maybe he's a Joe Linton type. Kai Havertz. I can't see Kai Havertz putting a foot in like Joe Linton. Joe Linton's the modern day Patrick Vieira, didn't you know? Didn't you know that? Didn't you know? Destroyer. Who's that down on the floor? Saka's down on the floor. Doggy's sort of landing on his leg. Saka's now in pain. Yeah, fine, man. Get up. Oh, here we go. Hedge your bets now. How many minutes are we getting on stoppage time? I'll go 8. We've had 2 goals since half time, yeah? I've gone blank here. 2 goals. Saka's been down there. Maddison's been down earlier. Lots of substitutions. 10 minutes added on. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Will my Sky dish hang out for that long? I don't know. Next Sunday, Benbow Sports. One final pool stream this evening, 9 PM BST. Right here. Oh, back. Saka now has it. Oh, Big Mike has sliced that one. Dirty bastard. Does me clock go to 100? We'll find out. I don't know. I think it does. Odegaard with the corner. Whipped in. Vicario's done well. Saka hit that one. Oh! Vicario with a save down low. Can I bring back Big Body Jimmy for at least one game? Potentially. We'll have to give him a send-off. That Arsenal away kit is horrendous. I was excited when Newcastle announced that Adidas were coming back, but then I remembered the Arsenal away kit and the Man United away kit. As Arsenal attack the ball, goal kick. Nope, another corner somehow. Shows what I know. I know nothing. Just 8 and a bit minutes left, everybody. 8 and a bit minutes. Whipped in. Oh, keeper's sort of mixed up with his defender, but he's got there at the second attempt. He's a good goalkeeper, this Vicario, you know. Takes a bit of a risk with the ball at his feet. But everything else he's been spot on. Oh, they're not looking at this, are they? They're not looking at this, are they? So Doggy's gone up for a header. I think his came off, was it Gabriel's back? And it's hit his hand up there, but he's too close to do anything there, surely. He had his hand on his man, that's why it was above his head. The way they're lingering the camera on you doggy here, I think they're looking at a penalty here. Not for me, Jeff. Not for me. Romario earlier definitely was, but not for me on this one. Not at all. Arsenal knocking it around. Go on then, Nelson. What can you do, son? What can you do? Havertz whips it in. Nice ball that in, by the way. Nobody there attacking it, though. Oh, Pedro Porro's giving it away. Basuma's just bossed Havertz there. Bossed him. Whizzle-wazzled him. Up the whizzle-wazzled. Ange just looks angry. He's looked angry all game. Keeper's taking his time now. Will the referee tell Vicario to play it long or play it short or dictate how he should kick the ball? Like the ref did last week for Sheffield United. Sheffield United away at Spurs. That was a disgrace, that, in the news. I don't think Heckenbottom's been fined though, which is good. You shouldn't be fined for giving your honest opinion on some bollocks like that. Your honest Purvis est opinion. Oh, Basuma's done well there. Big hit. Porro. No, it's Kulusevski, Ross, you tit. Richarlison on the spin, blocked by Saliba. Why didn't Conte ever play Basuma? What an idiot. Oh, it's up. Oof. Bet Reyes' arse was going like a rabbit's nose there. Go on then, Nelson. Oh, you're delicious. Sprinklers from Jorginho. Nelson getting a lot of the ball. Is he good enough to do anything with it though? I don't know. I don't know. They're in behind here. Out wide though. Smith Rowe coming on. Just under 4 minutes to go. Saka going off. What's happened to Smith Rowe? Any Arsenal fans in the chat? Why is he not as integral as he was a year or two ago? First Premier League appearance of the season for Emile Smith Rowe. Unthinkable a couple of years ago. Unthinkable. Unless he's been injured, I don't know. Jorginho out wide. The Croydon De Bruyne. De Croydon. That didn't make any... That doesn't matter. Right. Jorginho. Saliba. White. Zinchenko. Look how central Zinchenko is for a left back. That's a nice ball. Go on then. Smith Rowe gets it. Nice touch. Spurs are defending like beavers here. Tenacious beavers. Havertz, where's he going? Smith Rowe. No one's making a run for Arsenal. But that might just be because Spurs are so deep. Everyone apart from Richarlison behind the ball. 2 minutes to go. He must be knackered, Kulusevski, the amount he's run today. Oof, Raya shanked that one but got away with it. Nice ball by Smith Rowe. Romero has clattered Nketiah. Is that a free kick? I guess so. He went in through the back of him, didn't he? In through the back of him. In through the back of him. English. Smith Rowe now, what can you do, son? What can you do? Played inside to Zinchenko, who whips it in. Oof, you doggy gets it away. Entering the final minute. We'll see if my clock goes to 100. It's got room there, surely. I reckon it might. Oh my god. Bissouma. Oh. Tired pass. Kicked it straight back to Arsenal. Go on then. Go on, Bissouma. Lovely. Take him on, Kulusevski. Oh! Oh! Richarlison wide. Corner ball, is it? Looked like it was deflected from here. Less than 30 seconds to go. They've got to add a little bit more on. Surely there's been a couple of changes. It was deflected by Jorginho. I don't know why I went a bit Australian there. What is that tattoo Richarlison's got? That's a disgrace. As is the tattoo of himself on his back. That's a disgrace as well. It's all a disgrace. Porro to whip it in. Full time. The clock does go to 100 minutes. Desmond 2-2 in the North London derby. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Bosh. Wabosh. I think that's a fair scoreline. I think that's a fair scoreline on the balance of play. Maybe Arsenal edged it, had a bit more of the ball, couple more clear chances. Chelsea lost. What's the final? We'll have a look at the final scores in the 4 games that kicked off. So this ended Desmond, obviously. Brighton ended 3-1 against Bournemouth. Chelsea got beat at home off Villa. Liverpool win 3-1 against West Ham. And now Newcastle play against Sheffield United. Could I ask for you, please, a final like spike before I bugger off? It is a good point for Spurs. A really good game of Premier League football, I thought that was. Exceeded expectations. The real winner was the scoreboard for reaching 100. So if you haven't liked the stream already, please give it a like. We'll wrap it up there. Come back for some FIFA at 9 o'clock BST, which is in 5 or so hours' time. I will see you there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you for the... And he said thank you for the bits there. That's Twitch, isn't it? Oh, dear God. Right, I'll see you all at 9 o'clock if you're coming back. If you're not, I'll see you next week for some more live streams regarding football matches. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.